Imagine yourself playing a red-hot rock guitar solo. You're burning up the fretboard. You got your amp cranked up, rhythm track blaring in the background. Solos come pouring out of your head and across the fretboard like a mighty flood. You're improvising, soloing, shredding. Your fingers are moving effortlessly, almost like magic. Your lead is original, musical, and impressive. And most importantly, you're having a blast. Guitar has never been this much fun. You're confident, bold, and unafraid. You completely melt the minds of your friends every time you pick up your guitar. You can mix and match licks to play full-blown leads over any rhythm track. You know how to quickly transpose them to fit the key of any song, which means you can jam with anybody, anytime. And you're never stuck thinking, uh-oh, what do I do next? You visualize the entire fretboard. When you look down, you don't just see empty frets. You see scale patterns, lick combinations, note sequences that span the entire fretboard, and they practically jump out and demand to be played. And you do it all without thinking, almost on autopilot. No getting stuck in one place, no fumbling around, no dead notes. You know exactly what to play and how to play it. You've got an endless bag of tricks that you can use like efficiency picking and lick swapping. And you've mastered all the crucial lead techniques like hammer-ons, pull-offs, slides, vibrato, double stops, ghost bends, pinch-harmonics, three-note boxes, reverse sequences, and a whole lot more. You play solos up and down the fretboard, side to side, and everywhere in between. You've made the transition from being a rhythm-only guy to a full-blown lead guitarist, and you have total creative freedom to express yourself in a way you never thought possible. In fact, you never dreamed that guitar would be this much fun, but it is. And if you're willing to follow the simple step-by-step roadmap that Steve Stein has laid out for you in 96 Rock Licks, all this is possible and a whole lot more. Hey, I'm Dan Denley, founder of GuitarZoom.com, and over the last 20 years, my buddy Steve Stein has literally helped thousands of guitarists massively improve their playing through private, group, and online lessons. He's currently Professor of Modern Guitar Studies at North Dakota State University, and after earning his music education degree from Morehead State, he played lead guitar in literally dozens of bands touring the US and England, and he still performs regularly. Steve's been a studio guitarist for radio, TV, and various recording projects, and he even acted in a movie once. But this isn't about Steve, it's about you, and helping you achieve your goal of playing lead guitar at a high level. And instead of building up a bunch of hype about this training and trying to sell you on it, I'm just going to cut to the chase and tell you what it is and what it can do for you. 96 Rock Licks is a step-by-step course for the guitarist who wants to learn to play lead the easy way. Now, it's not for the absolute beginner, so if you just got your guitar and you're still trying to learn your first chords and songs, then this is definitely not for you. But if you've been playing for a while and you already have some chops and you can play a few songs and chords and riffs, and you want to break out and learn some killer leads, then this may be exactly what you're looking for. Everyone knows that if you're going to play lead, you got to learn scales first, because the fact is, licks come from scales. So it just makes sense that you need to memorize the patterns before you start playing the licks and leads, right? Wrong. In fact, this can be a huge mistake. The truth is, many guitarists who set out to memorize all 7 positions of the major scale, the modes, the natural, melodic, and harmonic minor, the pentatonic scales, the blues scales, and on, actually end up so frustrated that they give up ever trying to learn to play lead. Don't get me wrong. Learning scales is extremely important, and you will learn them in this course. But what's even more important is to actually start playing lead as soon as possible, because that'll keep you motivated. And that's the exact approach used in 96 Rock Licks. You'll start playing licks and leads from day one, and you'll learn the essential scales as you move along. This will keep things fun and easy. Now, the majority of all the licks in this course are in the blues rock style and are based on the pentatonic and blues scales. Some of the more advanced licks use the major and minor scales as well as the Dorian mode, but don't worry, you're not going to get bogged down in a bunch of theory mumbo jumbo. Everything in this course is fun and exciting. Now, you won't learn individual licks from actual songs in this course. Instead, you'll learn the lead guitar styles and techniques of the most influential blues rock guitarists from the 1960s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Each lick will be broken down slowly, and you'll learn exactly how to use it. And you'll discover how to plan a solo from start to finish. You'll learn how to think like a lead guitarist and all the things you need to consider, like the speed of the song, the key it's in, the rhythm and chords, the right and wrong time to begin your lead, how to choose the right scale, when to use the pentatonic versus the diatonic scale and when to mix them, how to use blue notes and hybrid scales, and how to spice up a lick by adding chromatic notes, and how to choose the right lick combination for the style of song you're playing. The goal is to help you master the must-know techniques of lead guitar playing and equip you with an arsenal of red-hot licks that you can use in your solos. Here's the styles not covered in this course. Not jazz, fusion, R&B, funk, not shredder, heavy metal, or death metal, not country, chicken picking, or bluegrass licks. So here's what this is about. In Module 1, you'll discover the most critical techniques every serious lead guitarist must know. Vibrato, ascending and descending slides, half, full, and 3-fret bends, ghost bends, and double stops, as well as hammer-ons and pull-offs. You'll use the first 5 licks to master these techniques. The licks get gradually more challenging as you move along, but Steve will take it nice and slow in this first module, so you'll have a strong foundation for everything you're going to do later on. You'll also start playing these licks over the jam tracks, and you'll learn how to match them with the rhythm track to make sure that you're playing in the right key. This is called transposition, and it's one of the most important skills you can know as a guitarist. Now, transposition is just a big fancy word that means to move from one key to another. For example, let's say you learn this lick in the key of A minor, but the song you want to solo over is in the key of G minor. Well, you can't play an A minor lick over a G minor song or it's going to sound like a train wreck. You'll need to transpose the lick first. So in this case, you'd move everything down 2 frets, which is a whole step, and the lick would look like this. Do you see how the lick is exactly the same except everything has been moved down 2 frets? Well, that's transposition. Just moving from one place to another so the lick matches the key of the song. And here's the amazing part. Technically, there are 12 different keys. So once you learn all 96 licks in the course and you understand how to transpose them, you'll be able to play 1,152 licks in 12 different keys. Now, let me say that again just in case you dozed off. You're going to learn 96 licks in this course, and you'll learn how to transpose them into all 12 possible keys for any song. So 96 licks times 12 keys equals 1,152 possible licks to use in your solos. How cool is that? In Module 2, you'll learn licks 6 through 29. These licks use the pentatonic minor and major scales. One of the most important concepts in this module is repeating patterns, which can really spice up your leads. And you'll learn how to connect the different pentatonic shapes across the fretboard, and how to move in and out of the box positions, so you'll never be stuck in one place. In Module 3, you'll learn licks 30 through 60, which focus on melodic licks that use hammer-ons and pull-offs. You'll discover subtle music devices like legato playing, which makes your solos sound effortless. And you'll bone up your technique by learning proper bending using 2 and 3 fingers, the right and wrong way to move through scale patterns, how to play the same lick in different octaves, how to play a lick vertically and horizontally, and how to use articulation to completely change the sound of a lick. And by the time you finish Module 3, you'll have 60 killer rock licks in your arsenal. And more importantly, you'll know the technique that'll help you master the more advanced licks in Module 4. In Module 4, you'll learn 36 licks in just over an hour. But don't worry, because you'll have a complete note-for-note tab transcription, and you can pause the video anytime you want so you can go at your own pace. Plus, you'll be able to see exactly where to place your fingers because all the video was recorded with 2 cameras, so there's plenty of fretboard close-ups. You'll explore licks that use the 7-note major and minor scales, the pentatonic major and minor, the blues scale, hybrid scales, and the Dorian mode. And you'll learn simple ways to combine these licks using all the scale patterns so you'll have complete freedom in your solos. You'll also learn how to plan your solo from start to finish, how to be more expressive in your playing, how to avoid having your solo sound like a scale, and how to modify the licks to match the feel of a song. For example, you might slow down a lick if you're playing over a slow minor blues, and you play the exact lick in a completely different way if it's for a fast-paced rock tune. You'll learn alternate picking patterns, how to substitute the Dorian mode for the minor scale, how to use blue notes to give your solo a bluesy feel, 3-note per string licks, how to use chromatic notes to jazz up your leads, and you'll finish up with a few advanced lead techniques like the Eddie Van Halen style tapping, dive bombs, pinch harmonics, pick slides, 2-string hammer-ons and pull-offs, and a few other goodies that you'll just have to see to believe. But your training won't stop there. because for a limited time you'll also receive these 3 bonuses, a $155 value, yours free when you order today. Bonus number 1 is an audio recording of each of the 96 licks. This is a quick and easy way to pick out the licks you like best so you can learn them first. Bonus number 2 is 38 full band jam tracks. Once you've mastered just a few of these licks, you'll be ready to rock. And each track is clearly labeled with the track number and key, so you'll know exactly which scale to use for your solo. Bonus number 3 is the downloadable course book, which gives you a note-for-note tab transcription of each lick. Having this book comes in super handy, because you'll be able to easily follow along with the video, and you can take the licks with you wherever you go. Bonus number 4 is 5 critical guitar scales. There are 5 critical scales every guitarist must know: pentatonic minor, the blues scale, the hybrid blues, natural minor, and the Dorian mode. Once you've mastered these 5 scales, you'll be ready to take on practically any guitar solo. And you'll find this special section in your book that'll provide all the tab for each of these 5 scales. Now, bonus number 5 is the progress tracker found at the back of your tab book. Use this to chart your daily progress and to help you always know what to work on next. Now, I'm not going to compare the cost of this course to the nearly $30,000 that Steve Stein spent to earn his 4-year degree in music from Morehead State. But if you took private lessons to learn all these lead techniques, tricks, and licks, I estimated that it'd take you about 6 months, which means you'd need to spend around $1,400 to get the same training. Or you could take a class from Berklee Music Online, but you'd have to shell out $1,200. This training won't cost you anywhere near $1,200, or $500, or even $300. In fact, you get 4 modules with over 5 hours of step-by-step video training, and all 5 bonuses, including an audio recording of all 96 licks, 38 jam tracks, the complete tab book, the 5 critical scales training, and the progress tracker. You get everything for just one payment of only $39.99. And here's the best part. You can try the entire thing risk-free for 60 days. If you don't think you got your money's worth, just let us know and we'll issue you a fast, friendly refund. No questions asked and no receipt required. So if you're ready to learn the smoking hot licks, scales, and techniques that you need to solo like a lead guitar legend, then order your copy of 96 Rock Licks right now. Please stand by because you're being automatically redirected to our secure order form now.